So if you look at prepaid taxis, actually, the biggest challenge in a prepaid taxi is generally a single person who is flying between two places. What we realized was the biggest challenge for us was the logistics for the transportations, even for human or cargo, was the bigger challenge. Where the country, with the opening of drone policies, were moving towards smaller drones, we also realized there was a big opportunity for drones in logistics and personal aerial vehicle space. So we started working on this almost 3.5 years back, and we started designing it across. This is where the Vice Chief, Shri Admiral Gormade sir, he came on. He gave the idea through that. Why don't you go across and build a bigger platform which we want for unable warships? So through NIIO and TDAC, we got the opportunity to build this platform, and that's where the whole idea really concretized into a perfect product solution, what you're seeing today. So basically, if you see a drone, this has 16 rotors onto it. This is specially designed for the Indian naval warships and especially for the Indian Navy. So it can land and take off from a moving warship. Now the biggest challenge on a warship out at sea is when they want to have a transfer of fuel or a transfer of cargo, or in case of medical casualty evacuation, they need to bring two ships together very close to each other, and there is something called RASFAS operations, or fly a helicopter from a ship and then make it land on the other. And that requires a lot of cost, there's a lot of risk, and there's a risk to human life also. So in this case, this scenario, this platform can pick up to 100 kgs of cargo, or with medical evacuation, somebody you can sit on it, as you saw me flying over here, and then can take it off from one ship and then land on another one. Parallelly, the system has a lot of fail-safes. Now, moment you say you have to fly your human on board, that means you need to have the highest safety ratings. In this case, it has a ballistic parachute. So it's an electronic, mechanical component. Anything can fail or everything can fail. So if all failure happens, there's a ballistic parachute that can come up. Then if 4 rotors also fail, the drone can keep flying in. Close to 30 to 50% of the battery failure also happens. Then in that scenario also, the drone can come back and land safely. So we are looking at 2 big possibilities in the commercial space. First is the cargo. So carrying of heavier payloads of cargo logistics in urban area environment. And 3 to 4 years down the line, this is where we have started to work today, is towards urban air mobility. So anything, as you have traveled all across, come to us, you see the time when you travel through a city. Even a span of 10 kilometers can take up to an hour. And cities like Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, that's the time it takes. So in 3.5 years time post the certification, we are looking at a big way for urban air mobility, where you can just type in your address and you can have a drone coming and landing up on your terrace. So that's the core market segment we are trying in. The other than that is the hospitals and the highways, where for medical evacuation, especially on the highway when you have to take up an injured. So we want to put up these drone ports on the highways, where in case of an accident, these drones would be available to immediately transport a patient straight away, or the victim of that accident straight away, to the nearest hospital. So it is the Navy which has been supporting us very strongly for this. The Varuna is the god of sea, and that's the reason why we have named it Varuna. So okay, this platform is capable of flying between 25 to 30 minutes. It has a range of close to 20 kilometers. This drone can fly up to a height of 500 meters from a landing position, a takeoff position basically. Then the multiple fail-safes, working on this endurances and the range parameters, is 30% of the battery failure, 4 rotors, if you have a complete failure. And in the end, if you have a complete system failure, in that scenario, the ballistic parachute comes into play. The response has been fantastic. I would tell you the support from the Indian Navy has been so strong. So on 18th of July, when the Swavlamban was handled, it was showcased across, the Chief of Naval Staff showed this drone to the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, and it was once in a lifetime opportunity for us, where the drone took off from the ground, went to a height of 2 meters, traversed around 5 meters ahead and landed in front of the Honorable Prime Minister. My co-founder Shri Mridul Babbar also got the opportunity to explain the Honorable Prime Minister about the questions which was thrown across him to him.
आसी जाइछि संबाद ग्रैंड पूजा शॉपिंग फेस्टिवल पावर्ड बाय ग्रैंड बाजार ग्रैंड फूड स्ट्रीट सनसेट डीजे एवं डांडिया फिनाले ऑफ टैलेंट ऑफ ओडिशा एवं होलसेल प्राइसेस रे करंतु शॉपिंग ता सहित प्रति घंटा रे लकी ड्रॉ रे जीतिबार मौका अक्टोबर 1 तारिख रु अक्टोबर 5 तारिख सकाळ 11 टारु राति 10 टा ग्रैंड बाजार रे इवेंट आरंभ होछि संध्या 5 टारु।